Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Folias Duo live stream Go Series. Today we have our guest, Kyle Thompson. He's going to play some classical guitar after our set and a bunch of new music today. Thanks for being here. I see Jennifer, hello, and Robert, hello. Thanks for tuning in. Emily, my student, hello, and Johannes Muller. So great to see you here, all the way from the Netherlands. We've been enjoying Johannes's live stream, also a great supporter of new guitar works. He has a wonderful guitar composition studio that's promoting active composers writing new works, and he's playing them. It's really great. Chaz, hello. Hello, Johnny Scotch. Hello, Nate. Hey, Mom and Dad in Idaho. Hello, John Hayes. Great. So we're going to start with one of Andrew's pieces. This is Aquatic, and it's from his Dragonfly suite. And it's all about the life of the dragonfly. So in this one, you can imagine yourself or someone else as a little dragonfly. Dragonflies actually live most of their lives in the water. Not many people know that. They live 4 or 5 years in the water before they go out and fly. So here is Aquatic. All right. Thank you, everybody. Clap, clap, clap. It's always funny on the live stream. You're waiting for a response, and it's silent, so silent here. Great. So great to see some more folks on. Hello to Michael Pierce, who's our ninja behind the scenes. So if you have any questions, you can always check out what Michael's doing. He's on. He's taking care of the stream for us. Hello, Marty. Great to see you. And Uncle Ron. Hello. Jeremy Verwise, fellow guitarist. Hello. Hello, Melanie. Nice to see you. And Kristen. Hello, Osvaldo Barucoa. We have an amazing Argentinian guitarist in the house. If you want to learn Argentine folk, look up Osvaldo Barucoa. Amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, Debbie. And hello, Chris. From 5 blocks away. Yeah, you could also just come and listen on our porch eventually.
Not today.
Oh, but not today.
So
Today's
nasty.
a great day for a live stream. Hi, Teresa. Great. So this is me now. I'm going to play my solo flute piece, Locovals, the Crazy Waltz. All right. Oh, Mr. Bergeron gets to talk now.
All right. Well, awesome. Thanks, everybody, for being here with us along this journey. Thanks, Debbie Crosser, Olivia Vargas, Leslie Newman, Josh. Thank you for being here. Everybody, we're all jamming along here remotely. Thanks, Ralph and Jeremy. And yeah, it's beautiful flute playing. You know, every day you just hear that, you know, coming out of the practice room and just,
Practice room.
this is it. This is our practice room. And it, just inspires me to just keep writing stuff for the flute that's way harder than anyone else can play. You know, Carmen she just keeps proving she's got it. So, yeah, thanks everybody for all the support and the claps and all that from all over the place. For those of you in West Michigan, hope you're all sitting inside with a warm drink because it's nasty out there, man. Holy cow! The bush by the window here was hitting the window. I don't know, but we're gonna continue with the newest piece of mine called Summer Bubble. I wrote this last summer, and it's like encapsulates this crazy life that we've all been living through, trying to figure out what in the world's going on now, and it has a lot of beauty and some tension all up in there in that bubble that's gonna burst at some point. And maybe we're all on the other side of the bubble, or we got a different bubble. I don't know, but here we are. So thanks everybody for jamming along. This is Summer Bubble.
Yes, 'tis blustery outside.
Yeah.
Hello, Deanna and Jonathan. Great to see you guys.
All right.
All right, and the bubble bursts. I see Olivia wrote some, can't see the emojis exactly from here, but I could see Andy kind of headbanging in my favorite part in that piece. So that was probably it, kind of the culminating moment. So thanks again, everybody, for listening. Hello, Brendan. Thanks for joining us. And Jonathan Marshall, fellow guitarist and a guitar organizer. So thanks for being here. And Ralph, thank you, Osvaldo, again. And I just want to mention, there's been a link. We have Michael's been posting a link about our merch table. So a few weeks ago, Carmen put on her e-commerce wizard hat for a whole day, and I figured out how to give us a virtual merch table since we can't have a real merch table in person. So go check out our merch table. You can actually donate there. You can buy our CDs. We're doing our 2 for $20 special that we normally do at live shows. You can do that now at our merch table online. Our recipe packs are there as well. That was a good ordeal to figure out how to get those to show up. So yeah, check out our stuff there on our website, or you can give through Venmo or PayPal like before. So, all right, so we will hand it over now to Kyle Thompson. And he's going to play some original piece that he wrote for this show, and he can tell you a little bit more about it, and some other really interesting guitar stuff. So please welcome Kyle Thompson.
Thank you, Andy and Carmen. Thank you for having me on your series. Very lovely playing. I'm going to play 2 sets of music for you. The first is a suite of 4 pieces by Marek Pasieczny, titled The American Suite, in 4 movements. The first being New Lifetime, the second Under the Scottish Sky, and the third, The Truth Is Out There, and the finale, Tearing Away. And then the last is a suite I wrote for this, which I'll talk a little bit more about after Pasieczny. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Here goes nothing. Oh, hello, Ella. Thank you, Ella, for interrupting me. You'll have to pardon the extra chords in there. This is what happens when you have a dog. Sorry, it's a little excitement. So this next set of pieces are pieces that I wrote, and I specifically wrote them for this concert. When Andy called me to ask me to play on this, he said he was looking for something that was things people don't normally play, or things that were arranged by me or written by me, and so I took it as a challenge to write some pieces, and I kind of had these in scraps. So I took it upon myself to put them together in coherent musical, likings. And sorry, the dog is still. And so this, I titled it "Sweet for a Day," morning, noon, and night. And these are 3 short pieces, just kind of depicting my moods throughout the day. Morning, definitely, nostalgic, but not wanting to get out of bed. The malaise of the middle day, noon, and my most frantic is nighttime. So before I play these, I want to thank Andy and Carmen for having me. Thank you for everybody watching, everybody in the chat, and to my few friends who came and are watching me live in my house. Thank you very much. And with that, here it is. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who's watching. Thank you, Andy and Carmen. I will throw it back to Eastern Avenue in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hello. Here we are. We can hear each other?
We can hear each other.
Oh,
All right.
sweet. The technical part is the worst part of the whole deal here.
I think we got it.
Great to hear you, Kyle. Thanks for sharing that piece. That was such an interesting guitar work. So, and that first piece.
Yeah,
so
interesting is a
difficult.
way to put it.
So for everyone out there, we've known Kyle 10 plus years, fellow colleagues with him, teachers, also players. Kyle's premiered some of our most important chamber works. Played some of Andrew's solo guitar work. So we have a long relationship with Kyle. So we thought we'd just take a few minutes, ask some questions. It's part of the Go series is for you all to get a behind the scenes of the lives of musicians. So yeah, I'll go first. So my question for Kyle, since you wrote a piece about kind of the day in your life, the rhythm of your musician life. So what gets you going in the morning? What's your power breakfast? How do you, if you eat breakfast, how do you, tell us about that.
Okay, I do. Not every day, because some days I have to be up very early to go teach. But left to my own devices, I'm an eggs and meat kind of guy. Egg and a couple slices of bacon and lots of coffee. And if I'm left to my own devices, I'll eat that breakfast and then go immediately to practicing.
No toast?
Yeah, sometimes toast. Sometimes tortillas if I have chorizo.
Ooh.
So it it varies, but definitely
Nice.
protein filled breakfast.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't have a good segue to my next question, Carmen. So I'm just gonna do this.
That's all right.
I'm just doing it. A while ago I was over at your house and you showed me your guitar composition. I don't know what you would call it, a card with all the fretboard, all the notes. And I was kind of wondering if you could kind of explain your process for writing for guitar, because I played quite a few of your guitar pieces and always found them interesting. They sound great. They're always very technically a little bit difficult, and I'm wondering if you could just take us through the process.
Oh, yeah. So it took me a while to get to the card that Kyle's talking about, but basically, when I started writing for guitar, it was a little bit like if you've ever seen that Far Side where the elephant is at the piano and he's like, "What am I doing? I'm a flutist." So I started writing for guitar a little bit like that, like, oh my God, what am I doing? And initially I wrote at the piano and thought, great, I'll write at the piano and then I'll just adapt it for guitar, right? So of course not realizing how bad triads that fit well on the piano adapt to the guitar very poorly. So that was stage one. Then stage two was like, I better learn how to play the guitar. So I actually learned to play guitar, forced Andy to teach me at night, which he hated. You can talk about that later. I actually learned like some Leo Brouwer etudes, legit, some Segovia scales. But after a while, I was kind of like, this is great. Now I know how the guitar works, but obviously to really get into it, it's going to be so much time. But that was step two. I would say I'm at step three now, where I basically use a hand-drawn fretboard for myself, and I have it in a sheet protector. And I actually use little sticky stickers to like map out shapes I want to use based on my knowledge of, harmony, which is really piano based, but based on knowing how the guitar works. And I also practice out of a book by Miles Okazaki, who's the jazz instructor at University of Michigan. And he has a background in math and physics, and he does these crazy sort of mappings of all of the possibilities on guitar. He has a great explanation of how the overtone series work, and I actually practice his, he has this thing for what he calls rhythmic modes and pitch sets, and so I actually practice guitar stuff on flute. And then I have a much better sense of how I want to work with the two instruments, and yeah, so that's...
Okay. So you
Step
kind of
three.
you kind of take some guitar stuff to your flute stuff, but then that's interesting. Do you feel like you have it? I don't mean to ask a follow-up question, but I'm going to. Do you feel like you have it kind of down to a process that's workable now? Once you kind of have something, you can get it to the kind of on paper, relatively playable.
Yeah, well, and I would say I have kind of two avenues. One is the folk avenue, especially our Argentine music background and studying that music, and that's a little bit easier to adapt because it has a lot more guitar-based things. But if I want to do something really wild, I know how to like curb myself now to where I'm going to pick something that I know is going to work somehow on the guitar. Because I used to just pick like, oh, I want to do this crazy thing. I'll make it work. And
then it's probably Andy's job to
Yeah.
check it.
Yeah. So, yeah, do you have a question you
Cool.
want to ask Kyle?
Sure. Well, I guess I want to go on that just a little bit. It's interesting, being a performer, a player, you've been, okay, those of you, I know there's a lot of musicians watching this, but, those of you who don't know this, you got to do this every day for hours. And at some point it's like, well, what's going to keep me going? Like I played these scales, I did this thing, how do I keep going? And, like Carmen was talking about playing guitar exercises on the flute. I've been playing flute exercises on the guitar this last year, and that's been really refreshing for me. And so I was wondering, Kyle, like what's your routine like on the instrument? Do you have a set thing you follow? You were talking earlier. You said your ideal world. You ate your meat and you had your tortillas, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna practice. I got all day. I don't care. My dog is gonna watch me, or is your dog a part of it? Like what? You got a thing you do, or you just like sit down and you just start playing that rock and roll fourth movement and get in the mood, or what do you do?
Andy, if we could just get all of that on my tombstone, that would be tremendous. I think that sums up like my entire existence. I don't know if I really have anything to add to that. No, I don't. I don't have a very rigid process. I tend to my practicing tends to be very frantic. If it's the summer and it's the morning, I'll have my breakfast, and then I'll start practicing, usually with technical exercises, and that varies. I don't have a warm-up routine, but I'm usually working on some sort of dexterity with left hand and some sort of scale work. Right now, I'm kind of re-going through a book called Guitar Gymnastics by Robin Hill that I've kind of pulled off my shelf and am playing a lot of that. But what really keeps me going is lots and lots of coffee. Really, just cheap coffee. And if I'm practicing at night, I'm a nighttime practicer too. Most of the time, I'll make coffee at like 8, and then I'll just go.
Black coffee, sugar, or cream or milk? How do you do it?
I do a little cream. And I like some sugar too. Yeah.
Do
So I
you
sweeten
prefer
it up.
half and half or cream? Heavy cream?
Oh, you're getting. This is getting real personal, Andy.
Oh, you don't want to give away the secrets. You guys, okay, you don't got to.
I'm a Shabani sweet cream guy. That's what I get.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you going. That's good.
All right, I think it's Kyle's turn to put
yeah,
Andy
it
in the
is.
hot seat.
Well, I have a guitar question for Andy because people don't know this, but we were messing around on some soar exercises yesterday at the test. I think he was playing soar number 6 and I was playing soar number 5, and I was just kind of wondering what role those types of pieces have in your teaching as someone who kind of composes your own music and music in a much different style. I guess overall, how do you balance the old with the new?
Well, I guess as a teacher, I don't know. At some level, like I learned all the basic stuff. I teach. I trained being Suzuki guitar teacher in the early 2000s. I have lots of history teaching people from age 4, 5, 6. I've been college guitar instructor at a couple different schools, and I mean, at some level, you got to learn, the basic things, But I think at some point, it's all about like, how do you tap into the creative self inside of you, and what speaks to you, and what is beautiful, and like I also teach music theory, and we study the Inventions by J.S. Bach, and if you read his foreword, he said, they're like there for keyboard practice, the two hands, blah, 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 blah. But in the end, he's like, really, the ultimate goal is for people to invent or to be creative, that through playing them, then you can invent, whether that invention is like, making your actual own piece, like you played today, or like, you all know Carmen and I do, or maybe that invention is just like the creative process of learning how to play a piece and making it your own, expression of yourself. But yeah, I mean, for the guitar, I've played the Carcassonne etudes, the Sor etudes, the Brouwer etudes, and there's some nice material there. I guess if you're going to go there, playing J.S. Bach is the thing. If you can play Bach and connect with Bach, then I think I used to think like it just made everything else easier. Like if you could play a piece by Bach, then other pieces become easier. But then eventually it's I don't know. Sorry, y'all that had maybe don't feel this way, my old students. You're like, oh man, I just wanted to play rock and roll like Kyle does, and that's what you got from me.
No, I teach those pieces too, though, Andy. I mean, I teach all my students, go through all a selection of those. So they all do it. It's just every teacher kind of balances it differently, I think. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow,
right.
awesome. Here,
Yeah.
Carmen's got the wrap up.
All right, wrap up. So thanks again, everyone. You can check out our merch table, or you can donate today. Remember, we're splitting all of the donations today with Kyle and the dog. Dog's gonna need. Oh yeah.
Here she is on cue.
She's trained.
She's on
I
cue.
think you planned this whole thing, man. Look at that dog.
That's the better tip, man.
It's the moneymaker.
All right, I want to invite you all to the next show as well. The Folias Duo live stream birthday concert. It's my birthday, and I'm giving away some cool stuff on my birthday, so please join us. Go back to Kyle, and we can all wave.
Yeah, bye.
Say bye. And thanks again, everybody.